Arsenal are back, and boy am I excited to see them play, especially after beating Manchester United the way we did. Yeah, I'm just so excited to see them play. Not to mention the fact that we are finally playing back in the Champions League on Wednesday. Football is back. Arsenal is back. I'm so excited. On Sunday afternoon, though, we will be playing our 5th Premier League game of the season. Before we talk about the Champions League, we have a 5th Premier League game of the season in a historically tough game against Everton. So in today's video, we're going to be discussing the matchup and the potential starting 11 that we may see in the game. So what's going on, everyone? You're listening to Gunner Central here. I hope you're all doing well. In our last game, we weren't outstanding, right? But we definitely played well enough to get the win. We, again, fought back after Rashford's goal. We just keep having to fight back. I mean, the Fulham game as well, we had to fight back. But we had an instant response after Rashford scored at the left boot of our Captain Fantastic, Martin Odegaard. And then after that instant response, well, you guys know how it ended. Garnacho offside goal, and the 95th minute, Declan Rice bangs in one to send the Emirates crazy, absolute limbs. And he got his first goal in Arsenal colours, and then to top it off, to make the game even sweeter, Gabriel Jesus scores an absolutely sensational goal to get a 3-1 win for the good guys. Boy, am I so happy how that game ended off for us. We now have 3 wins and 1 draw from 4 games this season. Everton, however, have had quite a rough time. They're just not looking good at all. Like, this is going to be a long season for the Toffees, and you have to feel for them. And a historic club, they're just going through it. In their last 4 games, they lost to Fulham 1-0, lost to Aston Villa 4-0, lost to Wolves 1-0, and then finally got a draw 2-2 against Sheffield United, and they scraped past Doncaster in the EFL Cup. But they're not looking good. It's simple as that. They're just not looking good. But despite this, we are going to Goodison, and the last couple of years that we've gone there, we've been in good form more times than not, and they have not usually. But they still find a way to win. In the past 5 games for Arsenal at Goodison, we have lost 4 and drawn just 1. So we need to go in there locked in and ready for a really tough game, which they are going to bring. They're going to be physical. Sean Dyche, I'm sure, is going to make them sit, and they're just going to have a deep hold. But regardless, we need to win. We should have more than enough quality to go in there and win handsomely, hopefully. But I don't know if Sean Dyche is going to allow that to happen. Now, as far as injuries go, we obviously still have Timber out, and I believe Elneny is still out. There was also a brief scare for when Gabriel Magalhaes came off for Brazil, but it looks like he's avoided injury. He was back seen in training a couple days later, so thankfully Gabriel should be fine to go. And Thomas Partey is still out. There's still no official word on how long he's going to be out for, but you would imagine it's about 6 weeks. And for Everton, Dwight McNeil is likely to be fit for the home side after recovering from an ankle injury, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin could feature, but he does have a facial injury, so we will see about that. So they seem pretty okay injury-wise. And now onto our starting 11. With the starting 11, I expect to see the same back 4 against United. Obviously, unless Gabriel is still injured, and then I think we might see Tomiyasu start a right back, and probably Ben White will be put in centre back with Saliba. But like I said, it does look like Gabriel has avoided injury despite the scare with Brazil, so I'm expecting Gabriel to start, but he might have to just come off the bench. As for the midfield, it's going to be interesting. Again, it usually is to see our midfield. I think we're going to start with the same midfield as the last game and the game before. It's Odegaard, Declan Rice, and Kai Havertz. I really hope Havertz can be back at his best against Everton at Goodison. I really want him to prove all the doubters wrong. I really hope Havertz can do something. But if Havertz doesn't start, I wouldn't mind seeing Jorginho. I wouldn't mind seeing Fabio Vieira start. I even wouldn't mind seeing, finally, this guy should get some game time. I wouldn't mind seeing Emil Smith-Rowe start. Up top, though, it's going to be a tough decision, but I think we're going to go with Jesus. As good as Nketiah has been to start the season, obviously getting the call up for England, which is huge, Jesus is our starting striker, and he should be ready to start. Hoping that we go with Jesus. But like I said, if Jesus is not ready, Nketiah should still be good enough. He is good enough. to start for us. The starting 11 that I would go with is in goal, Aaron Ramsdale. Again, I think he's my number one. I don't think Davaraya is the number one keeper for us. I think Aaron Ramsdale is better than him. I'm probably going to get hate for that, but that's my opinion. Left back is Zinchenko. The two centre-backs, Saliba and Gabriel. Obviously, like I said, if Gabriel is fit. Right back, Ben White. I've been saying this. I'm going to keep saying it. Ben White is such a good right back. I feel like at centre-back, he gets wasted a little bit there. And what's crazy is he started as a centre-back, but he's such a good right back. Those overlapping runs that he has with Saka, that link-up play with Saka and Odegaard on the right-hand side, beautiful. Ben White's my starting right back. And I think it'll be really good to have Ben White as a starting right back against a team that's going to sit back. Because like I said, those overlapping runs are going to be very good to help pull Everton out of position. CDM, I'm going to have Declan Rice. I'm going to have Declan Rice sit there. I don't think that's really a surprise. Maybe some people start him at the 8 and maybe have Jorginho start at CDM. But I'm having Declan Rice be my CDM. He is such a good player. He tackles hard. He obviously scores critical goals. Declan Rice is an amazing player. So good. My two central midfielders, I'm going to go with obviously Captain Martin Odegaard. And the other one, I am still going with Kai Havertz. I believe this is a good game for Kai Havertz to maybe get a goal or an assist. And, get his confidence going. We're going to hold the ball a lot. He's going to have the ball. He's going to maybe, hopefully, be able to break behind the lines if Everton try to push up. I really think it's a game for Havertz to finally prove the doubters wrong and prove the Arsenal fans that are believing him and are backing him right. And I'm one of them. I can't wait to see Havertz kick on. Hopefully it's in this game. Left wing, obviously none other than Gabriel Martinelli. Incredible player. Had a really good game against United. It was probably his best performance of the season against United. So I'm really excited to see what he can do against Everton. Up top, Gabby Jesus. Like I said earlier, I wouldn't mind if Nketiah starts, but that's only if Jesus is not fully fit. Because obviously we do have Champions League. You don't want to be risking Jesus. At right wing, I'm going to start with Bukayo Saka. Surprise, surprise. Nothing more else to say there. Hopefully Saka can get another goal and just keep his tally going. But that's it. With all that being said, I would love to know how you guys think we should line up against Everton and how you guys see the game unfolding in the comments. Give me a little prediction and I'll see you guys in the next one.